The banquet hall here at the VFW is used for hundreds of events each year, but what may be their loudest crowd came here to boo and cheer their favorite Minnesota Extreme wrestlers last month. Dave Bell, a veteran in the ring, shared why it takes more than muscles to make it.
Just times were a little rough, so I decided to come up here.
After spending most of his life just outside of Chicago, Dave Balcer moved to Minnesota to lend a hand to his sister, nieces, and mother, who moved here about 5 years ago.
As you get older, you want to keep your family a little bit closer. You want to draw them in. You want to bring them in, and that was really my ultimate goal coming up here.
He and his family now live in Coon Rapids. Dave says he's enjoyed the ride from first working in a warehouse to now ensuring exports follow federal guidelines. But it wasn't a dream job growing up.
Nobody envisions doing what I'm doing here. It's not something you're a little kid and go, I'm going to be a customs broker and freight forwarder. When I go up, it's kind of like saying I'm going to be an insurance salesman. Who wants to do that?
My appearance, I'm pretty much a full-blown cowboy.
I remember even when I was in kindergarten, my kindergarten teacher asked me, what do you want to be when you get older? What do you want to do with your life? I want to be a pro wrestler. And, oh, you can't make a living doing that. And, no, I can't make a living doing this. I realized that as I got older, and I've been doing this a lot longer. But what I do realize is I can't have fun doing it.
I'm in the mood to kick some butt! You want to see us kick some butt?
Known as Dave Bell, a member of the Outlawed Saints, the Clint Eastwood-inspired cowboy travels to places like the Coon Rapids VFW and auditoriums throughout the state to grapple goons and body slam bad guys.
When I'm in there and I'm getting beat down and I'm sucking wind because I'm getting beat down, I hear that crowd start getting louder and louder and louder, and I start getting that adrenaline rush going. And I get out there and I fire up and I fire back and I start beating back at the guy, and it makes a difference.
Dave learned the ropes at a wrestling school in Illinois, and after gaining experience on the mat, he started training others.
Every guy I wrestle, I sit him down after the match and I say, okay, this is what you did that was good, this is what you did that needs work, and this is what I expect from you the next time we walk out there. So, even though we're going out there and we're competing against one another, my job is still to make sure that they do it properly.
He says that training, along with some good luck, have kept him healthy over the past 2 decades.
I've never hurt a guy in the ring. I've never been hurt. I've never been to a doctor because of a wrestling match, not one. And any guy that I've trained, when I've trained them, they've never gotten hurt, due to my training. What looks like us just beating the hell out of one another, we're actually working together. You have to put your health and safety in another person's hands. If a guy says, okay, I'm going to pick you up, press you over my head, and I'm going to spin you and body slam you down, it's like, okay, do I trust you to do that?
Dave, with his experience, it's been invaluable. He has helped me put together my skill set a lot better. Obviously, we have fun, we have a great time. It's entertainment, of course. But out here, we don't like each other at all. Like, I legitimately, honestly, do not like him.
More uncomfortable than a chokehold has been revealing his alter ego to those who only know him as Dave Balcer.
I hardly talk about it unless someone asks me, hey, what are you doing for the weekend? And I tell them, well, hey, I got a show. And they're like, what do you mean you got a show? Are you in a band? And I go, no, I do pro wrestling. And they look at me like, wow, really? And then all the questions come.
Dave says a long career in wrestling requires the proper priorities.
I tell people all the time who are looking to get into wrestling, if you're looking to make money, get out and stop now, because it's not going to happen. Most guys, they have ambitions of trying to make it to WWE, and I've been wrestling for almost 18 years now, and I'm kind of past that stage. I go out there now, and my main focus, my main goal is to, try to make memories.
He gets the crowd going, and he's an awesome wrestler.
At the end of the night when I raise my hand, even if I lost and I raise my hand, if the crowd cheers me, I'm happy. I did my job. I was the good guy that they cheered and loved.
And with each match, Dave remembers what it was like growing up as a fan, and he does more than just tip his hat to the crowd.
When I was a kid and I used to go to those WWF shows, I used to go there and I would sit in the crowd and I go, man, what I would give to just get called into the ring and be able to see what it's like to be in that ring. It never happened.
He is constantly on top of the crowd, and that's the key, because it's not about me, it's not about him, it's about them.
When I see the kids out there and I see a kid get really excited and he gets an opportunity to get in the ring, I'm like, okay, I get to pick one. And I get to let him live a little bit of get that excitement of seeing what it's like to actually be inside the ring, to see that it's not all padded and foamed and that there's real, you know, steel and wood underneath, and, you know, to see how hard the ground is that we're falling on, you know, and, you know, they get in there and they get to be a part of the show and the fans start cheering for them. It makes them feel special. And that kid's probably going to go home and the rest of this weekend and next week, and he's going to tell all his friends at school about it. And that's why I do it.
Dave says he plans on building a training center for wrestling in Coon Rapids and says anyone interested in getting into it should contact him through his Facebook page.